I won't sell, my love for Saints is growing. Solak African side FC Mali Kora. Some recent reports suggested Solak could be looking to sell Southampton, but he denied these claims. I have never had any plans of selling the club, Solak said. We have quite a few very exciting projects. I might invite some partners to join me if and when we are promoted to the Premier League, because I think we'll need maybe more investment. But selling was never on my mind. I was thinking much more about this 10-year project of how to develop the club commercially and financially, so it is more robust and less dependent on TV rights deals. Sacked Saints boss Martin was unlucky. In his wide-ranging interview, Solak said previous head coach Russell Martin was unlucky to be sacked, despite Southampton being rooted to the bottom of the table at the time. The Scot had led Saints into the top flight, but was unable to mix it in the Premier League, winning just one game and suffering 13 defeats. Martin, 39, has now been appointed as head coach of Rangers after 6 months out of management. But Solak thinks he could have still been in charge at St Mary's if not for bad luck. I really believe he was absolutely, fundamentally behind his idea of football, and that is not easy in an environment like the Premier League that is so competitive, Solak said. But to give him credit, we were quite unlucky. I don't even know how to characterise some of the VAR decisions that we had, but in my opinion, VAR took 8 points off Russell's team. If he had those 8 points more in December, I think he would probably manage the team through the whole season. I'm not saying we would stay in the league, but we would have had a much more competitive run, and Russell would definitely still be leading the team. All 3 clubs that came up last season, Leicester, Ipswich and Southampton, went straight back down and failed to put up much of a fight in the process. The gap between 17th and 18th positions was 13 points, and bottom side Saints ultimately finished 26 points adrift of safety. The truth is that the difference is too big, that's for sure, Solak said. The gap has to be narrowed somehow, or it will create problems for both the Championship and for the Premier League in the future. I think they should redistribute wealth, and I don't think the quality of football would go down. This would allow the Championship to catch up, and it will be much more meaningful competition between the teams. Former Long's boss Will Still became Saints' latest head coach in May, leaving Ligue 1 for his first taste of management in English football. He became the youngest coach in Europe's top 5 leagues when appointed by League 1 club Reims, aged 30, in October 2022. I spent some time with him, and I have to say he's definitely a very smart guy, Solak said. He went from a first-tier team in France to come to the Championship. He thinks it's a right move for him.